What's up everybody, it's Azafreak. Here's a new video of Warface tutorials, and today we're gonna talk about the double mine trick. It's a trick I made up a long time ago, but I've seen people using it more and more, so I decided to make this video to explain how it works, what does it do, what does it counter. The best way to achieve this trick is by using the engineer class, because it has one directional mine and it's possible to equip one anti-personnel mine, but it's also possible to do it with your team. You can use 2 snipers with 1 anti-personnel mine each, or 2 engineers with 1 directional mine each, but you can also use the Christmas gift boxes that are available for every classes. Basically what you have to do is be creative and see with your team what kind of resources you have. The trick in itself is easy to do. You need to place 1 mine and then your second mine in the radius of the first explosion, because when the first one will explode, the second one will explode as well. Here's a good example of the double mine trick. The first one is protecting the corner, and the second one, more powerful, is ready for the first detonation. Alright, now that we know how to do it, we need to understand the reasons behind the double mine trick. First of all, some vests will give you protection against explosive, which will be efficient against the default claymore. If you hit a directional claymore, you will lose half of your HP and your whole armor, but you will survive. That's why the anti-personnel mine have more damages than the directional mines. If you step on this kind of mine, you will die instantly. On the other hand, some shoes will give you 3 seconds delay before the explosion of the claymore. You will hear a sound cue and you will run away from the danger. We have to assume that all the players are wearing that kind of armor, and we need to adapt our playstyle and find a counter to these protections. So if we redo the setup we did earlier, let's say 1 mine in the corner and 1 mine, another mine close to it, and we are an enemy player, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run across the corner. This first mine is going to be activated, and 3 seconds later we're trying to flee from that claymore, but 3 seconds later it's gonna be activated, and boom, both mine are going to be triggered, and I'm gonna be dead from the bigger mine, from the directional mine. It's very important to have the directional in front and the anti-personnel mine in the back, because the enemy is going to trigger this one, and the anti-personnel mine is going to trigger in second, which is very important because you want the enemy to hit this mine instead of this one, because the anti-personnel mine, as I said before, has way more damages than the first default claymore. Before I show you some example in current ESL map, I want to talk a bit about a counter, a solution to go around the double mine trick. So basically when you enter this area, it will trigger the first mine, then the second mine. If you run in this direction, it will kill you. So my first idea about to counter this strategy is using the sapper helmet, because you will see through the walls. You will see the mine through the walls a bit like this. You see the little icon there. And my other idea is just an habit that we have to develop. It's when you hear the click, instead of going into an unsafe zone like this one, it's very unsafe because you don't know what's over it. You just go back to where you were and you wait for the mine to explode. To conclude, here is 2 examples of placements in D17. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.